Hey there team, my name is Tyra and I'm also known as Undercover Draco in a lot of fandom spaces. And today, I would really like to show you one of my most prized possessions, my film journal. It's just a little sneak peek. It's not a very good one. So I'm just gonna show you some of my favorite pages, maybe all my pages. I don't really know, some of them are not very good. Just to open up, well first it's just a regular old journal. This one is completely finished and I have started on my second one. So that's awesome. First of all, this is my cover page, which I just kind of stick all of my extra stuff on here. The ones like the pictures that I've printed off but I didn't end up using. It also says property of me. Very nice. The first page though is just a couple of ground information. Oh goodness, fuck. So this is my watch list. It's all the movies that I want to watch, and as I watch them I check mark them. Honestly, I've had this journal for probably like 4 years and I haven't even crossed that many off. These are my favorite actors and actresses. Please don't look too hard, you might get upset. Here is a handmade word search that I made for it. Of course, I'm going to show you my first page, even though it's not my best page at all. It is my favorite movie, which is why, obviously, it's my first page. But it established kind of the base of what I want in my film journal. So I've got pictures of the movie, I've got the title, I've got the soundtrack, because usually most of my favorite movies have a great soundtrack. That's just who I am. I tried to do this little quiz thing that says, like, favorite character, favorite scene, least favorite character, but it really didn't evolve. Like, it just, I think I kind of stopped doing it halfway through. I've got the cast. Usually I try to put some quotes, but it looks like I really only got 1 or 2 on this one. This one is my Baby Driver page. Honestly, still could be better, but like I said, it's in my beginning stages of trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And also this was in the beginning of me figuring out scrapbooking in general, so I didn't have that many resources and that much experience either. This one is my Dead Poets Society page, which is one of my favorite movies ever. Shout out to my humanities teacher who made us watch this movie because it honestly changed the trajectory of my life and how I view life. Pictures, I've got quotes, cast. Oh, and also I was trying to do, like, I put the Rotten Tomatoes score and the director and what year it came out. I think I stay pretty consistent with those throughout the whole thing, but honestly I'm not too sure. This is my Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind page. It's quite beautiful. I think the oranges look so good together and it just matches like the tangerine of Clementine's hair. So I've got the cast for sure, I've got quotes, soundtrack, and who can ever forget Mr. Blue Sky. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this, guys. Next up is my favorite, one of my favorite movie series of all time is American Pie. Please don't judge me, it's just who I am. I love these movies. The stacked cast, of course. I've got quotes because this is one of the most quotable movies of all time. Got the soundtrack because it's got one of the best soundtracks of all time. Anything in this film journal that's from the like early 2000s, the soundtrack just goes so hard, so hard. I'm really happy with this page. Next is The Greatest Showman. I went a little crazy and put, let's see, what is this? So the soundtrack goes down and the cast, no, I guess it goes sideways and the cast goes down. So the soundtrack obviously is stacked, seriously stacked. The beautiful pictures look good, Zach and Hugh. That's all I've got to say about this. Love Simon because it holds a very special place in my heart. I love this movie. I've got his email set up and he's right in front of it. Oh, it's a pretty good page. It's nothing spectacular, but it looks pretty good. This one is one of my other special interest movies. It's Coherence. Not the greatest movie of all time, but it's very unique. It's actually improv'd mostly, which I think is really fun and really cool. I got a shitty tattoo of it. That's not the best tattoo in the whole world. Neither is this page, honestly. But also, like I said, it's not the greatest movie in the whole world. It's just very special to me and the time of life that I watched it in. Next, I've got Coraline. Could have done better. I could have done a lot better with this one. Actually, I'm really disappointed in this. I shouldn't even show you guys, but we're here, okay? So just take it as it is. Next up, Clueless. I came back with a full swing. This one looks so good. I just think that like the colors is perfect for this. Just bright and happy. The soundtrack probably goes really hard. It probably actually does. This is the beginning of my Harry Potters. So this one is the Philosopher's Stone. Little cute Harry and Ron. They're just little babies. They look so cute. A Walk to Remember looks so good. I think the colors just match the vibe and the like look of this movie so well, and just look how cute they are. I love this movie. I love this movie. Next up, we've got Grease, which is one of my favorite movies of all freaking time. Of course, I got one of the first loves of my life, Danny Zuko. The soundtrack goes freaking hard. Such a quotable movie. I've got Tell Me About It, Stud. You're cruising for a bruising man. Man. So quotable. What a good movie. All right, 500 Days of Summer. I think this one looked really good because the colors just matched so well with the vibe of the movie. It's an aesthetically pleasing movie as it is, so it was pretty easy to put down into a movie journal, and I just really like that. It's kind of coming off, but you know what? We live on, and it's okay. Next, we've got Shutter Island. This one is kind of mid to me, but it's in my movie journal, so I'm going to show you it anyways. The movie is great. The page, not so much. Stick with that. 10 Things I Hate About You is one of the best ones that I did. I split up the poem, or at least a part of the poem, and put it across. I really like when I split up pictures like this. I think that looks really cute. Little pictures of them right here, like in gray, are so freaking cute, you guys. This page just slayed. Slay. That was dorky, sorry. Then we got Beetlejuice, which let's celebrate for the Beetlejuice coming out this October. Ooh. This was fun to do, the greens and the blacks. My Spider-Man ones are always looking really good because I really like the combo of the red and the blue for Spider-Man. I just think it like easily pulls the page together. Tobey Maguire's my favorite Spider-Man just because of nostalgia, and that's simply it. I tried to draw a little spider web, and as I put more Spider-Man movies in here, the better my webs get. Next up, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I think the colors like of the car look so good, and look, a little Hermione action on this page. Look how cute little Hermione is in this one. And look, I really like this car and just like the placement of it up next to Dobby. Yeah, I think it's cute, guys. I think it's cute. Zombieland was one of the most fun ones I got to do because I got to like print off some of the rules and spread them around the page. Columbus and Tallahassee. Such a good movie. So easy to put into a film journal. This was so much fun, just like the movie. This one is WALL-E. I do feel like this page falls a little flat for the amazingness that is WALL-E, but this picture is absolutely beautiful, and I just think that it's the highlight of this whole page, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. Okay, next up we've got the Alice in Wonderland. I think this one turned out pretty good. I think I could have done better. I could have done it a lot more justice. It's a very imaginative and beautifully like color schemed movie that I should have been able to do better. So I'm kind of disappointed in myself. Next up, we have the It movie, which I'm pretty pleased with. I think this one came out really good. I love this picture of the kiddos. I think that the Pennywise red looks good against the like blues that I chose that match this picture here. I should have done more yellow, but you know what? Overall, pretty pleased with this one. Ooh, you guys are not ready for this. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, this has got to be in like the top 5 because the Back to the Future, just like one aesthetically pleasing movie, we all know that. The soundtrack goes hard. It's so freaking quotable. It was so hard to choose like just a few quotes to put in this, but look at the colors that just match so well. I could cry, you guys. It's so pretty. I did Knives Out, which I think is a pretty fun one. It's pretty bland, but you know, there's not much you can put in like a whodunit. But I did put some blood, which is spicy. Wreck-It Ralph is one of my favorite movies of all time. Let's count how many times I say that in this whole video, actually. Look at the pinks and the blues, and it just matches like Vanellope's vibe so well, and Vanellope's one of my favorite characters. I just love her. She's so cute, and I think this page, it just really complements the movie itself and how it makes me feel when I watch it. Next, we have Mamma Mia, which I feel like was a pretty easy one to color scheme. Blue and gray, it screams ocean to me, you know, like it screams Greece. It screams vacation. So of course the soundtrack is freaking stacked, and of course this cast is freaking stacked. It just makes this page all the more beautiful. Just look at that, and look at that in the background, and the way this is like torn out and sideways. Oh my god, I just think it's such a vibe. Such a vibe. This one is really, really good too. See, I'm starting to get like my vibe, if you can tell. Perks of Being a Wallflower. This one is one of my favorites. I cut out this quote here. It's and in that moment, I swear we were infinite. Oh, that's so beautiful. Love always, Charlie. And this picture of them. Oh my god, guys. The golds just like make it pop. That's all I can say. Then we got Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Very aesthetically pleasing movie in general, so it was pretty easy to put in here. I like how I chose the orange with the light of Harry's wand, and it's just dark and gloomy, but the orange makes it pop, and I just feel like it's just so beautiful. And oh, look, it says bloody hell. That was so bad. Bloody hell. No, I shouldn't do that again. Next up is another Spider-Man. Like I said, with the red and the blues, it does not miss. And also, like I said, better spiderweb. Better spiderweb. This is a movie I watched during COVID. It's Prisoners. Jake Gyllenhaal is one of the loves of my life, so you're gonna see a lot of him in this film journal, honestly. It could be better, but honestly, the movie wasn't too exciting, so there wasn't much I could do with it. It's a good movie, though. I'll say that. She's the Man. I could have done better. Could have done it more justice, but the reds with her jersey look good. Should have put a green, like a teal, somewhere in here. I drew this soccer ball. And if you've never drawn a soccer ball, it is hard to draw a soccer ball. That's all I know. Soundtrack is stacked, cast is stacked. It's a beautiful movie. I did a good job. Pitch Perfect is one of my favorite pages I did. I think the pinks look so good, like with Fat Amy right there. It just like all ties together. The cast is stacked, soundtrack is stacked, guys. This is so good. I drew this little microphone. I think it's really cute. Yeah, one of my top 5 pages right here. Next up, another movie. I'm gonna call it a COVID movie because I went on a weird like thriller spree. But this is The Prestige, which is so freaking good, you guys. Like, oh, it's so good. I have watched it 3 times since the first time I watched it. So if you've never seen it, I would recommend it. It's magical, it's fun, it's mysterious. Next up is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This one was really aesthetically pleasing as well, so it was easy to transfer onto page, like the blues of the Triwizard Tournament in the ocean, or the lake. Next up is Ralph Breaks the Internet, which is not as good as the first page, upsettingly, but also the movie's not as good as the first one. While it is phenomenal and deserved a spot in this journal, I should have done it better justice, honestly. I don't know why I didn't. Also, I spelled internet wrong, and I didn't realize it till the very end, and it was too late to fix, so. But now onto the freaking masterpieces. These are some of my favorite movies of all time. Nothing will ever beat the live action Scooby-Doo's. And they are also aesthetically pleasing. Like, they look so good, and the colors just look so good together. So they were so fun to mess with. Got the orange and the purples. That's what I was rocking with. Soundtrack goes number one soundtrack. Cast is so good. Everything is so good. So quotable. Bridge to Terabithia, if all of you guys want to cry. I really liked the way I did the title across here. I tried to draw the little like a crest, whatever. Didn't do very good. Colors worked. I think it looks cute. Probably cried while making this. And look at this little picture of them. Oh, it's so sweet. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Another in my top 5s. Because this look, like the colors just match so well. This is one of my favorite movies. I like this movie more than the first one. One of the only sequels that I think is better than the original. The soundtrack is so good, obviously, ABBA. So yeah, let's just sit here and appreciate this one for a couple minutes. Minutes? No. Big Hero 6 is such a good movie. Deserved a spot in here. I think the pinks look really good with the sunset and her, which I just so happened to print off at the same time, you know. I think the silver, you know, kind of reminds me of Baymax, so I think it's good. Of course, we have Footloose, the original, because I love this movie. It holds a special place in my childhood-loving heart. Soundtrack is good. Cast is good. We love Kevin Bacon. Next, I've got Divergent, which also holds a special place in my heart. I was 14 in 2014. I feel like that explains a lot. And we'll leave it at that. Theo James. Let's just focus. Guys, I'll just give you a quick look. Let's just look. This is the most beautiful movie I've ever seen color-wise. Like, the color scheme of this movie is phenomenal. I have made myself every version of shirt that Fred wears in this movie because I think it's so killer. It looks so good. Their fashion in this movie is top fucking tier, you guys. The quotes go off the charts. Soundtrack, hard as hell. Cast, we love them. This is my Scooby gang. And this is my Scooby page. I also doodled that, so it's kind of cute. Monsters Unleashed forever. Yeah. And then we've got Into the Spider-Verse, which is, again, very aesthetically pleasing movie. Blues and the reds, As you can guess, looks like I'm kind of doing one Spider-Man at a time. Third spiderweb looks even better. That's what I'm saying. Back to the Future 2 does not look as good as the first page, but is still phenomenal. I drew a DeLorean, which I think is kind of cute. Yeah, so let's just think about that, huh? Black Swan, one of the most fucked up movies of all time, really left me thinking. Wanted to put it in here. I drew the ballet shoes. I think they're really cute. Yeah, that's a cool movie. It was easy to match, just, you know, it's very dull, very black. Hunger Games, of course, looks really good. The greens with the ruse background, gray. It's a very gray and green movie. That's all I can say. Order of the Phoenix, the blues. I feel like I could have done a better job, but I did draw little wands, but I think it's pretty cute. I put a lot of quotes on this one. All in all, could have done better. Rocket Man, this one was unfinished for a long time before I finally just sat down and finished it, so it probably could be better, especially this page. But this page kind of popped off. And the sparkles with a combination of the blue and the gray, we like it. It's Summer, another fucked up movie that scarred me and traumatized me. I didn't know what much to do with a movie like this, so it's just kind of pictures. I didn't know what else to do. Top Gun, another one of my favorite movies. I'm a Tom Cruise fanatic, unfortunately. I will repeat, unfortunately I am. And he's so hot in this movie. So of course we have Top Gun, very aesthetically pleasing movie to me. It was easy to do red, white, and blue, as we know. A little bit of gold action, a little bit of name and action. We got Maverick and Goose. Yeah, because then we just have part 2 of the watch list, where I've also checked off even less than the front page. So there's that. Thank you guys for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it and it inspired you to make your own movie journal and keep track of your favorite movies. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.